How's it? Hang loose. Okay. After the fury of what the bleep is going on in the federal crazy is good to the state level crazy. And it's going down to the ground. What is this? What is it today? Wall Street has biggest gain since July. Somebody's happy. Eviction ban only delays homeless wave. Shit. Don't worry. There'll be plenty of homeless. Don't you worry. Oh, shit. I'm just scanning this stuff. But really, this is letters to the editor. That's right. Now that we see the messy stuff in the world. Is that why they have messiahs? Because there's always needed for a messiah when everything's messed up. Just, I don't know. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. He got the plague, but he's over it. And he's telling everybody, they're not kidding, wear your mask, man. It's the politics. I'm tired of it, people. Is it? Wear your mask. Like no shit, right? As your household responded to the U.S. Census, 96%, yeah, already submitted. 3%, nah, but I'll get it there before September. No, unsure. Make a big deal about the census. Because you get federal monies from the census. Looks like everybody already did. You can just do it online. Is there anything left over from this e-gay? I'm not available for comment. Decentralized population. Okay. I think, just scan that. All the news is fit to puke. We probably missed something. I think I missed something. I missed. Oh, this guy. Another guy got strangled, smothered to death. Black man who ran naked through the streets of western New York City died of asphyxiation after a group of police officers put a hood over his head and pressed his face into the pavement. 2 minutes videoed. And it was a spit. So he took off all his clothes, was running around, and they're like, get on the ground. And they put a cover over his head. It was supposed to be a spit mask, prevent spit. And he kept asking them, give me your gun, I need it. They put a hood over his head and held him on the ground, and they wound up smothering him to death. Now, before we get too riled up on that one, the report, autopsy, coroner, says, the report lists excited delirium. Okay. Complications of asphyxiation in a setting of physical restraint. Bad cop. The report lists excited delirium, acute intoxication by phenylcyclidildy, which is PCP, angel dust, as contributing factors. So the guy was high on angel dust, running around naked. What the fuck? In the first place. But I mean, seriously, you guys, these police officers don't get a hint, man. You don't. Just because he's like naked, running around crazy on drugs, don't kill him. I mean, if you're worried about, what about the lasso cowboy? Lasso. Worried about spit, throw a towel over him, and then lasso. Come on. Everyone's like killing. Alright, okay. Letters to the editor. Oh god. Let's try and make this short. Drawing this shit in. Focuses on percentages. from Randy Chow, Pearl City. Hopefully, the metrics that drive the decision on what stays locked down and for how long is based not on the raw numbers, but on percentages. Yes, the raw numbers are grim. 250 case, 300 positive, but the decision on what stays locked down and for how long should be based on percentages of positive results against the total number of tests. For example, you have one day it's at 300 positive, there's 3,000 people tested, that's 10%. There's like 500 people positive, but there's like 5,000 people tested, that's still 10%. It shouldn't initiate an additional lockdown. Also, cluster fasting should be considered a number as while correctional considered prison should have minimal impact in the decision to lock down businesses because the inmates are isolated from the general population. So they can be locked up and go ahead and die. You're all in that freaking one building. It's like a gas chamber, except it's a virus plague. Who cares? You're not affecting us. That shouldn't be part of the decision. The media should emphasize the percentages more than the total cases for the day. Note that the number reflected the prior 3 or 4 days. I agree with Mr. Randy with the better test result thing. I mean, more in-depth thing if you want to really kind of get people more informed about where stuff is, how stuff is going, instead of just blatant number. But I disagree with the content of the letter. Percentages? Oh, the percentages. What's it say open? What should be locked down? What should it say open? What should be locked down? It's like fueling the fire of the it doesn't matter. The percentages are low. Go free. Run free. Open up stuff. Hey, come to the business need people, so you have to cram your store with as many people as possible. Your restaurant, cram as many people as possible. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And then there's people, I don't want to have a mask on. I want to be free. I want to be free. Government's not going to tell me what to do. I'm free. And they're all like, there's so much asymptomatic carrier transmission. It's freaking insane. And that's fueling it. So I disagree with your letter. The percentages. It's like, okay, I'm a real strategist. I'm in a war zone. There's bullets and bombs. I'm in the foxhole. Well, I'm going to be strategic in there. And they're going over this foxhole. I'm being like real percentage style. Boom, blows up over here. Look over the foxhole. You see, this is like, instead of bullets and bombs, it's like these things are erupting in clusters and people walking around asymptomatic and going, I don't see what the problem is. College-age students behave irresponsibly. From a Skyla Clark, I guess, Kamiki, she's a college student, as is indicated in her letter. As a person of college-age demographics, she's writing a paper. As a person of the college-age demographic, if she says metrics, I'm going to pull my hair out. No, can't afford to do that. It appalls me how selfish and inconsiderate my peers are during their time of this pandemic. I heard from several of my classmates fighting to break the stay-at-home order. I've seen many people on social media throwing parties while breaking quarantine, sharing cups with friends. That's jockstrap cups. It's very frustrating while buying textbooks to see the same people refusing to wear masks. I'm fed up with people not taking this seriously. Unlike some, I live on my own without a social security net of financial stability or family help. It's time. She's like one of the, I'm a broke college student all by myself. She's kind of ultra responsible. It's time to think about not just yourself, but about the people whose death you may be responsible for. Yes, amen to that, but you're just realizing that you're the responsible one amongst all these. It's like just light bulb just coming on now. It's like it's been like 5 months of this pandemic. Teachers have better resources at school. So, work at home teachers. Okay. Do most public school teachers have at home 3 to 4 computers, a robust, stable Wi-Fi connection, and a projection screen to handle the 25 plus Google Meet attendees who make up the typical classroom? Of course. All teachers have that. It's a It's a giant cocoon. It's like Darth Vader's. He's like sitting in the lotus position, meditating. I've been meditating on the galaxy. It was starting to slip through my fingers. I could not find my Trumpy bear to hug. All teachers are like that, and they have these multiple screens. And they have truths around blowgun dart. Did you do your homework? No, I didn't. The dog ate it. No, I didn't actually do it. What about the distractions and noise of a typical neighborhood and household, like dogs barking, deliveries, lawnmowers, and trash pickup? You got a point there. Yeah. You know, people, if you get someone to do the lawn, or they call them gardeners, they're not gardeners, they're plant butchers. And they just come over, they make as much noise as possible with lawn leaf blowers. And do that for 2 hours. I'm doing my job. It's like, I'll pay you just to go away. Distractions. It's time to think about not just yourself. Okay, wrong one. Skip record. Can teachers working from home have peace and quiet needed to conduct 3 to 4 hours online classroom? No. You made your point. Teachers don't have enough peace and quiet at home to correct 36 times 4. If you're in high school, that's like 100 and whatever, I can't even do math no more. Like 150, 160 papers, or tests, or quizzes. Every time you take an assignment, you just gotta go shake your head. Yeah, that's the teacher feels like, I gotta correct them all. They don't have peace and quiet for that. So Miles Murakawa Shuka Waina, yeah, you're right. So send those teachers to the front line with one of those masks, face shields. Pacific Islanders fight virus and prejudice. Kidding. Screw you. Make your own decisions. I wouldn't do it. Screw you. I wouldn't do it if there was no pandemic. Education system's messed up. It's almost more messed up than it follows like politics. It's just as freaking twisted and screwed in the head. Pacific Islanders fight virus and prejudice. With protests against systematic racism raging in our country, there should have been discussions about whether our own police force shows prejudice against Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders. Boo-hoo-wah. More than a year ago, old news, I had random encounter with a police officer who himself was part Hawaiian. No excuse. He was super nice individual, very personable, very personable. Then I brought up how I felt Micronesians were getting a raw deal in Hawaii, encountering a lot of prejudice. Yes, us Micronesians are such a raw deal in Hawaii. His reaction was that the Micronesian males were nothing but trouble. The women seemed okay, if you know what I mean, but the males were members of gangs and showed no respect for law and order. He didn't exactly care how much we owe the Micronesian people for using their islands for atomic bomb testing. You know when they did testing for A-bombs, they bombed it on the island, Bikini Island, all that. The Micronesians were nearby. They got a resettlement of like tons of federal money. So they use all that money. They come to Hawaii. They set up shop. They don't have to work. They got tons of money, relatively speaking. And so they just drink and rowdy, and they're just like, they're federally supplemented 24-hour party drinking mongers. They disrupt whole neighborhoods. People, regular people in neighborhoods like, oh God, oh. And yeah, the police officer's encounters with them is nothing but trouble. He was telling you the damn truth. They're not going to be going, running around naked with PCP. Before I put, you under restraint, let me consider how much we owe you for the Micronesian atomic bomb testing program. What the hell? That was the problem in the first place. So just call it like it is. He's staying in the now, staying in the moment, calling it like it is, being open and truthful about it. Micronesian males are nothing but trouble. If you want to solve the problem of prejudice, you should friggin' look at the Micronesians and going, yeah, are you guys problems? Causing problem? Well, change your ways. But it's possible to focus on a better understanding and deal with the challenges and prejudice of Micronesians causing friend, and there are many. Yeah, you're causing trouble. That's the problem. Is Trump saying anything right at all? I don't know. No. Does he really care about legality? It is all right for everybody to follow his pattern and defy the law and also to lie? Apparently. I'm so confused. Don't be George of Kaneohe. Don't be confused. It's called USA. Hell in a handbasket. It's our fault. Even if we didn't elect them, it's still our fault. Leaving those people in office. Gotta root out that crap. Going around with, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. They're coup d'etat-ing the heads of different departments and replacing them with their own. I don't like the security, you're fired, I'll put my own guy in there. I don't like the post office guy, I'll put my own guy in there. I don't like this judge, I'll put my own guy in there. Oh, coup d'etat. No payroll taxes mean no security. Well, that's it, I think. La 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 la. Bucky. Okay, I'll shut instead of just going goof. And that's letters to the editor. Thanks for your opinion. I love it. Everyone has opinions, and it's part of our first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Our own individual rights. We have the right, freedom of press, freedom of religion, right to bear arms, that's number 2. We have right of freedom of expression. And everyone has one. So, opinions are like, the saying. So, we have our Jefferson given individual rights to be everyone has one. America, mongoose invasion, we will make it. We will heal from the damage. Take it easy anyways. English, bye, aloha.